Well, this pandemic continues to impact all our lives in ways we could not have predicted. When I originally ran for the role of Vice President of SYTA in May 2020, it was with the hope that I would make my first speech as president in a hotel ballroom in New York at our conference and would be looking out on all your lovely faces. Lots of you I've known for many years and you are dear friends, and some I would have been meeting for the first time and looking forward to making friends with you too. Instead, I am making the speech to a computer screen with only my lovely partner and his dog Maggie for company. To be here, laugh at my handful of jokes and applaud politely at the end, I hope. I will not be able to go to the bar with any of you after today's programme ends, because instead of being in New York with you all, I am currently at home in England, 3,500 miles away. This is the second year in a row we have missed out on being together in person at our conference. I don't think it is an exaggeration to say that the SYTA conference has, for many of us, been the highlight of our professional years. And to stress for those who have not yet attended a SYTA conference, that is a compliment to the conference and not a statement about how bad the rest of our professional years have been. Before I go any further, I must say a few thank yous. I have been on the SYTA board of directors during the whole of the pandemic. The problems and the pains that we have all gone through in our own businesses have also been felt by SYTA, and the efforts, resilience and fortitude of our SYTA staff and operating partners have been immense. Thank you to all those, Becky, Katie, Megan, Casey at Serendipity and her team, and all the others who work with us. You are so appreciated. I also want to share my immense gratitude with you for Caroline, our CEO. There hasn't been a day go by that she hasn't been up at the crack of dawn, working on behalf of our association, championing our cause and supporting us all. There are no words to say thank you enough, Caroline. Our board of directors and executive committee have taken time away from their own businesses to work so hard on helping SYTA ride out this storm in the best possible shape. Thank you to you all from the bottom of my heart. And henceforth to be known as the pandemic past presidents, Uta Land and Steve Mell. Words cannot express how grateful SYTA is for your work over the past 2 years. Uta, with your positivity and support for everyone, and Steve, with your incredible communications in emails and videos from all over the place, as we've just seen. I have loved working with you as a team, and I am so grateful for your support as I take on the gavel. Finally, for the thank yous, I want to thank you, our amazing members. Everything we do is for you. To see how hard you have worked to keep planning and facilitating tours for our young people has been truly inspiring. Only those of us who have gone through what we have in our industry in the last 17 months can know how hard things have been. I am grateful to know and call you all part of our SYTA family. So I'm proud, honoured, and to be honest, slightly nervous to be taking on the gavel at such an important moment in SYTA's history. As you will no doubt have heard, this is SYTA's 25th year. An amazing achievement. This last 17 months has been the hardest challenge we have had to face as an association, but we have had challenges before, from being founded in the first place, to 9/11, to changing CEOs and management companies, and then becoming our own self-managed association. Indeed, there have been moments when any planning we have done has felt much like this when compared to the reality that ensued. I think we can all relate to that image. But we have stood strong with our member support, and we will keep standing strong as we move forwards into our next 25 years. And as they say, where there is uncertainty, there is possibility. I see us in this year as being at a crossroads and at a point of transition. We have been through a really traumatic time, which is hopefully coming to an end, although we are not quite through it yet. I believe that it is vital now that we engage with our clients, our teachers, our students, our educators, to re-energize them about travel. And it is equally vital that we throw our arms around the student and youth travel industry as a whole, across the world, and build back as a kinder, stronger, more diverse and more sustainable travel family. For me, the theme for this year is one of recovery, renewal, and reach. Through this crisis, all the instructions and instincts have been to hunker down, stay at home, shrink in, pull back. There is still work to be done, as we know, in increasing vaccination rates globally, the reopening of international borders to all, and the normalization of living with COVID. To be honest, as Brian said earlier, there is very little, if anything, that we SYTA can do to speed up any of this. However, what we can do is start to do the opposite, unfurl, open up, and reach out. We've all had to focus on survival. Now we need to start looking first to the recovery. As SYTA, we will be looking at our strategic plan to simplify and clarify, and focus on what we really need in order to move into our next phase. We will also be looking at ways through education and other media to help you, our members, in your own recovery. For this reason, I extend Steve's invitation from earlier for operators to attend the Tour Operator Forum in September, a thermometer reading, if you will, to steal from Brian's earlier presentation. Your input and thoughts will help the board carefully craft our strategic focus moving forward. Secondly, we will be looking at renewal. The world was already changing, and that change has speeded up. We need to be fit and ready for a new era in travel and make sure that our young people continue to learn through travel. A major part of this is to complete our work on how we run ourselves, our bylaws and policies, and refresh them for the next 25 years and the challenges to come. We will also be looking at what we offer our members and how we engage with you, as well as expanding our certification offering through our CSTO program, both in North America and internationally, and through other means. And finally, we will be looking at expanding our reach. For several years now, we have been building a bigger global community, and our aim must be to advocate for student and youth travel across the world, as well as building our influence. Even under lockdowns, we have strengthened our international partnerships through our global forum and other connections. Our research studies have brought us global recognition, and we've built on our relationships to contribute more across the world. Linked to this expansion, we are seeking ways to become a more diverse and sustainable association as well. I hope that by focusing on these three areas, the board of directors and I will be able to leave SYTA by August 2022 ready and strong to face its next 25 years in such good shape that we will all be here in another 25 years' time to celebrate the golden anniversary in style. And when I say here, I don't mean me sitting in my living room talking just to a dog. So thank you to you all for giving me this opportunity to work with you and on your behalf at such a key time. Please do get in touch if you want to ask questions, comment on what we are doing for you, or debate the proper side of the road to drive on, which is the left. I can't wait to see you all in Washington, DC in a year from now so that we can have a proper party.